Laura San Giacomo, a name that once lit up Hollywood marquees and television screens across America, but behind that bright spotlight lies a story few truly know. While many remember her as the witty and stunning Maya Gallo from Just Shoot Me or the daring Cynthia from Sex, Lies, and Videotape, what happened to Laura after her rise to stardom has remained a mystery, until now. For decades, she's lived a life away from the Hollywood frenzy, a choice that has baffled fans and insiders alike. But what really happened to Laura San Giacomo? What led her to turn down fame, fortune, and mainstream visibility? And what shocking personal revelations shaped her hidden journey? Laura's breakout performance in the 1989 indie film Sex, Lies, and Videotape stunned critics. Her fearless portrayal of a sensual, free-spirited woman challenged the norms of female characters at the time and earned her a Golden Globe nomination. She was magnetic, raw, real, and unfiltered. Hollywood quickly came knocking, and it seemed like Laura was on a fast track to becoming a household name. But just as her film career could have skyrocketed into blockbuster fame, Laura took a surprising turn, one that the industry still whispers about today. Instead of diving headfirst into big-budget roles, Laura shifted her focus. In 1997, she landed a role on the hit NBC sitcom Just Shoot Me, where she played the ambitious, sarcastic Maya Gallo. This role brought her mainstream television success, and audiences adored her. She had impeccable comedic timing and undeniable chemistry with her castmates. For 6 years, Laura became a staple of primetime TV. And then, just like that, she seemed to disappear. So, where did Laura San Giacomo go? Why didn't she continue pursuing the high-profile fame others chased so relentlessly? Truth, insiders now say, is layered and deeply personal. Unlike many of her peers, Laura refused to sacrifice authenticity for celebrity. She didn't chase roles for the sake of relevance. In fact, it's now known that she turned down multiple high-paying opportunities, some of which would have kept her in the public eye for decades longer. But her reasons weren't rooted in arrogance or ambition, they were rooted in something much deeper. Behind the scenes, Laura was facing a reality that few in Hollywood could ever truly understand. Her son Mason was born with cerebral palsy. And instead of continuing down the path of stardom, Laura chose to focus on her child. She became an outspoken advocate for disability rights, something that was rarely discussed in the glittering halls of Hollywood at the time. She fought quietly but fiercely for better access to care, inclusion in education, and support systems for families like hers. And while she could have used her fame as a megaphone, Laura chose advocacy over attention. That decision, some say, came at a cost. In an industry obsessed with image, some casting directors considered her too serious or too niche for lead roles after Just Shoot Me ended. Others questioned her disappearance from red carpets and wondered if her career had simply fizzled out. But nothing could be further from the truth. Laura San Giacomo didn't fade away, she evolved. She became more than a Hollywood actress. She became a mother, a fighter, a quiet revolutionary. In recent years, Laura has returned to acting, but on her own terms. She's taken roles in more meaningful projects such as NCIS, Animal Kingdom, and independent films that align with her values. Her performances continue to carry the same depth and precision she was once famous for, but now they're laced with a maturity and wisdom that only life experience can bring. Still, every time she appears on screen, viewers are reminded of the star she was, and still is. What's shocking isn't that Laura San Giacomo left the spotlight. It's that she did it with such intentionality and grace in a town that thrives on excess and noise. She rejected the typical celebrity narrative. She didn't fall into scandal, she didn't spiral, and she didn't vanish due to failure. She walked away because something more important called to her, and she answered. Today, Laura remains somewhat of an enigma. She avoids the celebrity circuit. She's not chasing virality or endorsements. Instead, she channels her influence into causes that matter. Her work with disability organizations has helped shape policy and support programs nationwide. Quietly, without fanfare, she's been changing lives. So, while Hollywood may not see her as frequently on magazine covers or movie posters, her impact is undeniable. And maybe that's the real expose. Laura San Giacomo didn't vanish from fame. She outgrew it. She chose substance over spectacle, family over fame, and truth over trending. And in doing so, she became one of the most quietly powerful women in entertainment. As fans, we may yearn to see her more often on screen, but perhaps we should celebrate her where she is, living authentically, standing for something bigger than herself, and proving that real stars never fade. They simply shine in different skies.